What's up everybody, this is Teacher Ivan from NextGen Academy. Our goal in this channel is to help you achieve your highest potential and to help you understand subjects in the easiest and the most efficient way. If you'd like to get more tips and tricks on how to achieve A star in your IGCSE, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Lastly, if you need any help in your studies, you can always head on to our website, link in the below, or our Instagram, drop us a DM and we'll be able to help you. Enjoy this video and I wish you all the best.
Okay, hello again. All right, we are going to go through this paper, May-June 2023, paper 2-3. Okay, this is the last paper of the entire May-June set. Okay, we have 2 hours. Okay, I'll get straight into question 1. 1a, solve the equation. Modulus 4x minus 5 over 7 equals to 1. Okay, so we're going to multiply the 7 first. Okay, so here you get 4x minus 5 equals to 7. Okay, modulus, you open up modulus, you got plus and minus. Okay, so you got 4x minus 5 equals to 7. 4x minus 5 equals to negative 7. Okay, go and solve for this. 4x equals to 12. X is equals to 3. This time 4x is equals to negative 2. X is equals to negative 1 over 2. Okay, question B. They say, the diagram shows the graph modulus 3x plus 9. Draw a suitable graph on the same diagram. Solve the inequality modulus 3x plus 9 less than equal x minus 5. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to sketch y equals to modulus x minus 5 first. Okay, the right side of the graph. Okay, before we do modulus, we draw the original graph first. Okay, we do a calculation now based on the original graph first. Don't go and do with modulus. Easy way to find it, find your x-intercept, y-intercept. When your x equals 0, y equals negative 5. When your y equals to 0, x is equals to 5. Okay, so 0, negative 5, and then 5, 0. Okay, so how to draw the line? Okay, I got negative 5. Okay, so originally it's negative 5. So I'm just going to put that point first. Negative 5. Okay, negative 5 is around here. And 5 is middle of here. Okay, so original graph, you just draw it in dotted line first. Okay, look like this. Okay, but this is not what you want. You're going to modulus it. Whatever that is negative y will become positive y. Okay, so here will be over here. Okay, you have to draw it as accurate as you can, because we need to read from the graph itself. Okay, don't just do a rough estimate. And normally you should get a nice, nice value here. Okay, so this is y equals to modulus x minus 5. We want to solve this part here. We want to solve where this graph is less than this red color graph that we just drew. Less than means the lower part. Okay, that means we want to find how do we express this region over here. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do, we read the point of intersection. Okay, what's this point of intersection? Okay, don't roughly estimate. It needs to be a nice value. Based on my graph, it will be x is equals to 1. Negative 1. And then x is equals to negative 7. Negative 1 and negative 7. Okay, don't roughly estimate it. You need to read it accurately. Okay, then in between both of it, right, that will be the answer. So my final answer will be negative 7 less than equal x less than equals negative 1. Okay, let's go. Question 2. Don't use a calculator. Write the expression of this in the form a plus cert b plus c xd. Okay, 4-mark question. All right. You don't use calculator means you just need to show the working but you can use calculator to just double check the answer. So if you don't know how to do like what is cert 98, just use your calculator, double check it first. Okay, but you need to show working like this. 98 is square root 49 cert 2x 12 times 1 over 2. Okay, just write down all the working. Then 3 plus cert 2. Okay, we simplify the numerator. 7 cert 2x power 6 over 3 plus cert 2. Okay, what we need to multiply by the conjugate cert because we want to rationalize the denominator. Okay, 3 minus cert 2, 3 minus cert 2. Okay, so the numerator, you will get, okay, cross multiply it. Okay. Okay, do we want to cross multiply? No, I just factorize first. 7x to the power of 6, then the sub 2 are multiplied inside. Okay, so here will become 3 sub 2 minus 2. Okay, at the bottom, it become a plus b times a minus b equals to a square minus b square, right? Okay, then you get here 9 minus 2. Okay, simplify it further. Okay, this one here, divide. Okay, 7 over 7. So you end up with 3 sub 2 minus 2 x power 6. Okay, this is question 2. Okay, you need to show all the working. Okay, let's go to question 3. Differentiate ln x cubed plus 3x squared. Okay, simplifying the answer. So how do we do this? This is ln fx. Ln fx hasn't really come out, right? Okay, so here, how do we do our dy over dx? You get f prime x over fx. Okay, so dy over dx, you differentiate whatever that's in the bracket, you get 3x squared plus 6x over x cubed plus 3x squared. Okay, simplify this. We factorize first. 3x, x plus 2 over x squared, x plus 3. This one can cancel off. Then you end up with 3 bracket x plus 2 over x plus 3. Okay, question B. Hence find x plus 2 over x plus 3 dx. Okay, so when I say hence, means you will read that in your previous one. If I integrate this, I will get back to this one. Okay, so let's write down that equation first. If I integrate 3 bracket x plus 2 over x plus 3 dx, you'll get back to the question again. Okay, what is extra? This 3 here. I don't want this 3, right? So I'm going to multiply this by 1 over 3 at both sides. Okay, 1 over 3 and times 3 will disappear. So here will become x plus 2. Hey, wait, which you forgot here. There's a x plus 3. Okay, so x plus 3 dx equals to 1 over 3 ln x cubed plus 3x squared. Okay, you make sure you write the plus c also. Okay, write the plus c. Okay, next one. Question 4. The polynomial is 2x cubed plus 11x squared plus 22x plus 40. Show that x minus 4 is a root of the equation. Okay, we are just going to use factor theorem. So I'm just going to sub in negative 4. Okay, don't have to do long division. So 2 negative 4 cubed plus 11 negative 4 square plus 22 minus 4 plus 40. Okay, you just need to prove that it's equals to 0. Okay, question B, factorize px and show that px has no other real roots. Okay, so we want to factorize it, we do long division. So 2x cubed plus 11x squared plus 22x plus 40, okay, over x plus 4. Okay, because x is equal to negative 4, right? So we x plus 4. Okay, then here we do long division. 2x squared, you get 2x cubed plus 8x squared. Okay, always write a minus. This is the trick to it. Minus at the side here. So you remember that this is minus this is minus this. Okay, then here, 3x squared plus 22x plus 3x. Okay, 3x squared plus 12x. Okay, then minus. Here will be 10x plus 40 plus 10. 10x plus 40. Okay, how can we prove that this is the only factor? Okay, so we will write it like this, right? 2x squared plus 3x plus 10. Okay, how do I prove that this is the only factor and then this one, I cannot do anything else to it already? Okay, we have to show the working. The working is you use, yes, b squared minus 4ac. Okay, so you're going to use b squared minus 4ac, which is equals to 3 squared minus 4ac. Okay, negative 71 less than 0. Okay, so you can say Therefore, no roots for quadratic factor. Okay, so the only roots that you have is from here, x plus 4. Okay, question 5. A gardening group has 20 members. A committee of 6 members is to be selected. Anwar and Bo belong to the gardening group. Okay, and most of them can be on the committee. How many different committees are possible? Okay, so first one, we want to see none of them in the group. Okay, so you got none of them. This one will be 18C6. Okay, it means we don't want to consider both of them will be out of the group. 18564. Okay, only one of them, you see they say here, at most one of them can be on the committee. Okay, so if one of them only, okay, if only one of them means 18C5, then out of the 2, only we choose one of them. Okay, so we choose 5 is other people, one of them is either this Anwar or Bo. Then we get 17136. Okay, your total arrangement 18564 plus 17136. Okay, you will get 35700. Okay, question 2. The gate for the garden has a lock with a 6-character passcode. The passcode is to be made from letters, JRDN, numbers. Okay, so we got 6 letters here and 10 numbers over here. Okay, no character may be used more than once. Find the number of possible passcode that have 4 letters followed by 2 numbers. Okay, this one is really, really simple. So we should know that this is a permutation type of question because arrangement matter, the order matter. So 6P4 times 10P2. This is the only possible arrangement. Okay, so here will be 32400. Okay, question B1. Given that n is more than or equals to 4, show that n minus 3 times nc3 equals to 4 times nc4. Okay, when we have unknown n, we need to use the manual formula, which is this one. N factorial over n minus r factorial, r factorial. Okay, so we do one side at a time. Okay, I will do the left-hand side first. So n minus 3 times n factorial over n minus 3 factorial, 3 factorial. Okay, I want to simplify it. So I'm going to open up the bottom part of here. Okay, so here the n minus 3 factorial, I write it as n minus 3 times n minus 4 factorial, then 3 factorial. Okay, I just want to prove that it's equals to this. Okay, so we can do it simultaneously. So here I'll just leave it as, okay, the n minus 3 cancel. So my final answer here would be n factorial, n minus 4 factorial, 3 factorial. Okay, the next one, this will be 4 times n factorial over n minus 4 factorial, 4 factorial. Okay, can I make it the same as the above or not? Okay, let's open it up. 4 times n factorial over n minus 4 factorial. Okay, 4 factorial I write it as 4 times 3 factorial because I want the 3 factorial to appear. Okay, so here 4 and 4 cancel off. So does it equal to the top one? N factorial over n minus 4 factorial, 3 factorial. So as long as you can equate both of it together, then you can write proven or shown. Okay, anyone use a different method? Okay, to equal to each other. You just solve it. You're not supposed to solve. You find the n. You get 1 over 6 equals to 1 over 6. Also can lah. Also can. Okay, next one. Okay, you go and expand You can solve me this one? Let me see. You solve it, what, both left hand side, right hand side? How do you solve it? Here you expand will become n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3. You solve one side at a time. Is that right? Okay, never mind. Okay, this one. Okay, number 2. Given that nc3 equals to 5n, where n is more than or equals to 3, show that n satisfies the equation of this one. Hence, find the value of n. Okay. Now, what do we need to do? Okay, so you go and expand it first. Okay, nc3. Okay, nc3, we look into the above one. Okay, how do we simplify it first? n minus 1, n minus 2 over 6. Oh, okay, I know what you did already just now. Okay, this bottom one, okay, we are going to do the nc3 equals to 5n first, and then you have to look back to the top also. Okay, so they give us like that. nc3, okay, from the question above, I am going to use here, okay? nc3 is equals to 4 times nc4 over n minus 3. Okay, so I just open this up first. Okay, 4 times nc4 over n minus 3. Okay, go and simplify it. Okay, we just go and solve it. Okay, this one you will get n factorial over n minus 4 factorial, 3 factorial, okay, which is this part here, over n minus 3. Okay, then we open out the bracket, n times n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, n minus 4 factorial, over n minus 4 factorial, 3 factorial will be 6. Okay, over n minus 3. So here, n minus 4 factorial and n minus 4 factorial will cancel off, n minus 3 and n minus 3 will cancel off. So we'll be left with n times n minus 1, n minus 2 over 6. Okay, this is my nc3, right? What's the first one? I just rearrange this equation from here. Basically, I bring this, go down. 4 times nc4 divided by n minus 3. Okay? And see, okay, then now we equal it with 5n. Okay, so n minus 1, n minus 2 over 6 is equals to 5n. Okay, so here we'll get n times n minus 1 times n minus 2. I multiply it by 6, so this will be 30n. Cancel. Okay, open out the bracket. N squared minus 3n plus 2 equals to 30. N squared minus 3n minus 28 equals to 0. N minus 7. N plus 4 equals to 0. N equals to 7. N equals to negative 4. Actually, teacher did a long way. Okay. Yeah, I just realized. Actually, don't need to do this. Sorry. Teacher, like what I said, teacher is really in my past week. Teacher cannot think properly. That's why. Because of all the medicine I've been consuming. Okay, nc3 can be written as what also actually. Okay, do this. I think this one will be much easier. Okay, nc3 is n factorial over n minus 3 factorial, 3 factorial. Okay, don't use the above one. I don't know why I complicate it. Okay, so here you will get n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial over n minus 3 factorial and 6. N minus 3 factorial and n minus 3 factorial cut off. And here n times n minus 1, That's n minus 2 over 6. Okay, use this better. I think don't use this. Confuse you only. Sorry, I also confuse myself. Don't want this one. Okay. Okay, let's go to question 6. The diagram shows the curve y equals to 5e2x minus 3. The curve meets the y-axis at the point A. The tangent to the curve at A meets the x-axis at point B. Okay, so if I have to draw, here got a tangent. Okay, oops. Okay, so I got a tangent and then meet at point B. Okay, the tangent to the curve at meet at point B, find the length of AB. So I just need to find what is the value of the point A and the point B. Okay. I find equation of tangent first. How to find equation of tangent? You do dy over dx is equals to tan e 2x. Okay, at A. Okay. My x is equal to 0. dy over dx is tan e 2 0. Okay, you'll get 10. Yeah, you differentiate it to get the gradient. Okay, then after that, you sub in to the y equation to find what's the y coordinate. So 5e 2 to the power of 0 minus 3 will be equals to 2. Okay, so my point A is 0, 2. Okay, let's write down here first. 0, 2. Okay. Now, I find what is the equation of tangent. Because equation of tangent, so I can find what is B. I'll find equation of tangent. Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Okay. Rearrange it. This is x. So you get y equals to 10x plus 2. Okay, so how to find point B? Point B is at the x-axis, so my y is equals to 0. Okay, so 0 equals to 10x plus 2, 10x equals to negative 2, x is equals to negative 0.5. So your point B is negative 0.50. Okay, so I got my A, I got my B. A and B. Okay, what's the formula of length? Length is x2 minus x1 square, y2 minus y1 square. Okay, so here, you will get, okay, you don't have to put minus 0 and all. Okay, just use the x value square plus the y value square. Okay, you plus or minus 0 will still be the same value, right? Okay, type in the calculator, you get 2.01 to 3 significant figure. B coordinate 0 equals to negative 0.2. Okay, yeah. Why right wrong? Okay, 0.2, copy wrong already. Thanks for that. Yeah, 0.2. I write here 0.2. Here, I don't know why I write 0.5. Okay, next one. Question 7. Okay, y is equals to 4x cubed plus 2 sine 8x over 1 minus x. Use differentiation to find the approximate change in y. Okay, approximate change in y as x increases from 0.1 to 0.1 plus h. Okay, what type of question is this? We need to define first. Small change in approximation. The main equation is delta y over delta x equals to dy over dx. Okay, what is given to us? We have our delta x, which is your x new minus your x original. 0.1 plus h minus 0.1, you get h. Okay, and then the x value that we want is 0.1, the original. Okay, so we first have to differentiate it first to find your dy over dx. We're going to use quotient rule. 4x cubed plus 2 sine 8x v 1 minus x. u prime 12x squared plus 16 cos 8x, v prime negative 1. Okay, we cross like that. dy over dx, okay, vu prime minus uv prime over v squared. So here 1 minus x, 12x squared plus 16 cos 8x, have to be very, very careful on this one. Minus 4x cubed plus 2 sine 8x negative 1 over v squared. Okay, sub it in. You don't need to go and simplify it. Okay, just sub in the value straight. 0.9. Okay, I break it down instead of just typing the whole thing in the calculator, which I wouldn't recommend. I break it down into part by part here like that. Okay, so I sub in the 0.1. This is at x equals to 0.1. Is 0.004 plus 2 sine 0.8 over 0.9 squared. Okay, type in the calculator. 10.1406 plus 1.43871 over 0.81. You'll end up with 14.295. Okay, then we will put into delta y over delta x equals to dy over dx. Delta y, your delta x is 0.1. Sorry, your delta x is h. dy over dx is this value of 14.295. Where your delta y, okay, we just round it up to 3 significant figure, 14.3h. Okay, I want to ask all of you, for question 8, right? How do y'all do? Okay, for question 8a. Okay, those who have tried already. Okay, function f and g are defined by fx equals to secant x for pi over 2 to 3 pi over 2. Okay, gx equals to 3 bracket x squared minus 1 for all real x. Okay, how do y'all solve this? Okay, how do you know is fx less than or equals to negative 1? Yeah, I just want to know. Or what method have you all learned? Because I think none of you here I taught chapter 1, right? Or this one is on 3Go actually. You still don't know. Okay, for the rest of you, okay, Brian, how you get an answer? Secant graph. You forgot how you do already. You also left it. Okay, somehow because I've seen this question a few times already. Okay, to be safe, you all need to know how to draw a secant graph. Okay, do you all know how to draw a secant graph? I want you to sketch it out at the side. Sketch this out. Okay, secant graph is like this. And like that. Okay. Now here is 90 degrees. Here is 270 degrees. Okay, so here 180, here 360. Yeah, is it IG? Honestly, I don't know. But somehow they've asked a few times already this question. Okay, so to be safe, let's just know lah. So like emoji. Yeah, okay, I see it. Like that. Okay, yeah. So remember, it's like emoji like that. Okay, so how do I find the range of f for this one? From pi over 2, okay, pi over 2 is 90 degrees, right? Until 3 over 2 is how much? 3 over 2 times 180 is 270. So you look at the graph, lor. Okay, so you see from 90 to 270 is this part here, right? Your value, okay, this is 1, 1 and negative 1. So your range is this part here. Okay? So your range, your f is less than negative 1. Okay, unless, let me try to think. Unless they expect you all to derive from a cost graph. Let's see. Okay, let's say if you derive from a cost graph, can you do an inverse for this? 90 Okay, sorry, 90 is from here, right? Okay, so from here to here, is 90 to 270. Okay, so we have a -1. Okay, what is your domain? Your domain for this one is from 0 to, and your range is, no, doesn't make sense also, until -1, right? Okay, range, yeah. Anyway, I think that you all need to actually know this one. Okay, so just remember the emoji when you all do secant x. Okay, question 2. Solve the equation f inverse x equals to 2 pi over 3. Okay, so for this one, you're just going to inverse the inverse. So you become f 2 pi over 3 like that. Okay, solve for this one. Secant 2 pi over 3. Secant is 1 over cos 2 pi over 3. Okay, make sure you are in the correct mode. 1 over -1 over 2. Okay, which will get -2. Okay, next one. Given that GF exists, state the domain of GF. Okay, so we will just follow the domain above. Okay, one of it is all real x, then one of it is this. Okay, so we will just follow the one that gives the restriction. Okay, so it will be from pi over 2 to 3 pi over 2. Okay, question 4, solve the equation GFX. G secant x equals to 1, 3 secant square x, okay, minus 1 equals to 1. Okay, so for this, we simplify, we divide it first. This will be 1 over 3. Secant square x equals to 4 over 3. Okay, cos square x, we inverse it. So this will be 3 over 4. Then cos x equals to plus minus square root 3 over 4. Okay, since got plus and minus means all 4 quadrants. Okay, we find our base angle first. I've used a calculator. We want it in terms of pi. So your answer here will be 1 over 6 pi. Okay, we have to look at the domain that we want. So according to ASTC, this one, because it's plus and minus, so it's all 4 quadrants. Okay, all the 4 quadrants here. Okay, alpha, 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 and alpha here. But are we going to take all 4? No, because we only want from here 90 to 270 degrees. Okay, so I can use here and here. What if you use 1 plus tangent square x? Also can. Okay, also can. Okay, that's a very good question. But also can. You'll get the same answer. Okay, this is from pi over 2 to 3 pi over 2. So here, you get pi minus 1 over 6 pi, then pi plus 1 over 6 pi. Which you will get here 5 over 6 pi, and then 7 over 6 pi. Okay, so for those who use tangent square x, you should get the same exact answer for your final answer. Okay? Right. Let's go next one. Question B. Okay, I think in this paper, this is the one that is slightly harder. Okay. Function hx is equals to ln bracket 4 minus x, where x is less than 4. Sketch the graph of hx and sketch the graph of h inverse x. Show the position of any asymptotes on any points with intersection with the coordinate axis. Okay, what do you need to calculate first? Okay, number 1, we need to know how does the graph look like first. Okay, how does a ln negative x graph look like? Okay, we need to know how it looks like first, the shape of it. Okay, so here is, okay, we start with ln x. So ln x is like that. Okay, this is y equals to ln x. Now you see, right, because the value here, there is negative x. Negative x means all your value of x is multiplied by negative. Got it? okay, all your value of x is multiplied by negative. So what happens if it's multiplied by negative? It will reflect on the y-axis. Okay, so write this down now. When x multiplied by negative, graph reflected on y-axis, because all your x value, right, will be multiplied by negative. Got it? Okay, so we need to know the general graph, how it looks like first. Like this. So here will now look like this, the other way around also. Okay, this is ln negative x. Okay, okay, then after that, plus 4 means, okay, plus 4 means here it'll move to the right lah. Okay, to the right. Okay, so now we should know first the general, why we need to know this shape. Otherwise you just simply draw a ln graph. Okay, your graph confirmed wrong already. Okay, so we need to know generally the shape will be like this. Okay, it might pass through here. That's why we have to check. Okay, so number one, SIM, S, this is the shape. Sorry, the first one, this one. Okay, this is how the shape looks like. S. Okay, we need to find I. I is when x equals to 0 and y equals to 0. Okay, go and solve. X equals to 0, y equals to ln 4. Okay, so here, 0 ln 4. Okay, go and solve for this. When y is equals to 0, 0 equals to ln 4 minus x. Inverse the ln, you'll get e to the power of 0, 4 minus x. X will be equals to 3. Okay, so I got here 3, 0. Okay, so I got 0 ln 4 and 3, 0. Okay, for exponential and ln graph, we don't use SIM. Okay, we use SIA. Okay, like the Singaporean. SIA, yeah. Okay. Remember someone that time say you are Singaporean here, okay, or half Singaporean. Okay, A is asymptote. Okay, how to find the asymptote? You need to make it to math error. Okay, which is this one. Make the 4 minus x equals to 0, x is equals to 4. Okay, so we got these three main points that we need to show. 0 ln 4, 3, 0, and x is equals to 4. Okay, so let's draw it out. If we want to draw out the original one first, so x is equals to 4, and then the graph right now will be like this. Okay, this shape like that. Okay, so the point that we need to draw is 3, 0, okay, like that. 3, 0, and ln 4. Okay, 3, 0, and ln 4. Okay, I'm going to draw it in green color first, this one. So it will look something like this. Okay, so here is 3, here is ln 4. Okay, this one you all might need to adjust it a little bit. There are a few indicators that we need to do. Okay, draw the asymptote. Okay, draw the asymptote here. Asymptote is x equals to 4. Okay, make sure you label it down as well. Okay, this is x equals to 4. Okay, the next thing that we need to do is you need to draw the y equals to x line. Okay, like this. You go through nicely in the middle. Yeah, you need to draw the asymptote because in the question, okay, they state. That's why they give you until 4 marks here. Okay, so this is y equals to x line. Go through right in the middle. Okay, so this is y equals to x. Then here was x is equals to 4. Okay, this is x equals to 4. Okay, now, how do we draw the inverse of it, right? Okay, one thing that you need to take note, other than switching up your x to y and y to x, you need to make it cross intersect each other at the y equals to x line. Okay, so I want you all to draw like this. Ln 4, right? And 3. Now here will become, okay, you roughly measure the amount of distance here and the distance here. Okay, not roughly lah. Use your ruler. Okay, so that it's the same amount of distance. Okay, here 3. Then ln 4. Okay, we will do it like this. Okay, wait. So you see, I need to adjust it a little bit. So I need to intersect here. Okay, that's the main thing. So something like this. Okay. You keep on adjusting. Okay. Don't go down. Okay, this one don't go down. Why it goes like almost straight is because of the asymptote. Okay. So this one will be my H inverse X. Okay, H inverse X graph. You have to label also, okay, because you're all doing it in one color, right? This one is HX. Okay, then here is ln 4. Then here is 3. Then one more is the asymptote right now. This one is y equals to 4. Okay. You have to show all of these points here. Yeah, I've actually seen this type of question in, I think the February-March paper also got the same thing, but they asked for exponential. How can you think of this in exam? Okay, actually, when you all learn exponential and ln, you all are supposed to know. You all learn, right? Okay, sketching of exponential and ln graph. So we have to learn how to interpret it. It's not so straightforward. Okay, so just remember, when negative x basically is reflected, you just think of it like this. All my x value is multiplied by negative. So what does it mean? My positive x equals to 1, x equals to 2, x equals to 3 now become x minus 1, x minus 2, x minus 3. So it's reflected on the other side. Correct? It's reflected on the other side. Then x intercept, y intercept, this one is typical. You always need to find it for any graph. Okay, your x equals 0, y equals to 0. Okay. Okay, let's go to question 9. Okay, question 9a. Okay, we need to show this integration. So, okay, let's show this one. I'm going to change it to 1 over 3 first. Okay, so x plus 4 over x to the power of 1 over 3 dx. Okay, we simplify it first. So this will become x to the power of 2 over 3 plus 4 x to the power of negative 1 over 3 dx. Here you get 3 over 5 x power 5 over 3 plus 4 over 2 over 3 x power 2 over 3 1 to 8 3 over 5 x 5 over 3 plus 6 x power 2 over 3 1 to 8. Okay, so here you get 3 over 5 8 5 over 3 sub it in the 8 and 1 minus 3 over 5 1 5 over 3 plus 6 1 2 over 3. Okay, so you get here 19.2 plus 24 minus 0.6 plus 6, which you'll end up with 36.6. Okay, gonna end already. Okay, question B. Let's look at question B. The diagram shows part of the line 10y equals to 7 minus 3x and part of the curve y equals to 3x, 1 over 3x plus 4. The intercept at A, verify that y coordinate of A is 0.1 and calculate the area of the shaded region. Okay, so two things. Y coordinate is 0.1, area of shaded region. Okay, so how to verify? Actually you just need to sub in 0.1 okay, into one of the equation. Don't have to do simultaneous equation and all Okay, so just do this. You sub it in, 10 times 0.1 equals to 7 minus 3x. 1 equals to 7 minus 3x. 3x equals to 6. X is equals to 2. Okay, you sub it into both the equation. 0.1 equals to 1 over 3 times 0.1 plus 4. Okay, we get 3x plus 4 over 1 over 0.1. Okay, here we get x equals to 2. Okay, proven. Okay, you see both the x equals to each other, right? Then we can say they are proven now. So here 2 0.1. Okay, we get point A already. Now we need to find what is point B. Point B falls on this line and x is equals to 0. So I just going to substitute x equals to 0. So 10y equals to 7 minus 3 times 0. Y will be equals to 0.7. Okay, I call this point B, which is 0.70. Okay, so now we want to find area of shaded region. Very simple. You find area of this trapezium minus the area of under this graph from 0 to 2. Okay, so area of trapezium. Okay, here is how much? Okay, so here is 0.7, 0.1. This part here is 2. Okay, so area of the trapezium here, we use 1 over 2 A plus B multiplied by height. You get 0.8 here. Okay, area under the curve will be integrate from 0 to 2, 1 over 3x plus 4 dx. Okay, so this one, you all have to identify the form. Whenever your bottom has x to the power of 1, that means your denominator is just x to the power of 1, we will need to use ln. Okay, so here will be 1 over 3 ln 3x plus 1. And from 0 to 2. Okay, so just remember this one, because I know you all always forget it. You all will try to plus 1, then after that you're like, how come it becomes 0? Okay, when denominator x power 1. Okay, think about ln. This is for integration. Okay, so you will get here, you sub it in, 1 over 3 ln 3 times 2 plus 4 minus 1 over 3 ln 3 times 0 plus 4. Okay, so here will be 1 over 3 ln 10 minus 1 over 3 ln 4. Why ln 3x? Should be ln 3x plus 4, sorry. Okay, so here we will get, just type it inside because they never ask you to put in exact value, so you just type the whole thing into the calculator. Just get this decimal place value. Okay, so the area of the shaded region will be the area of the trapezium, 0.8 minus 0.3054. Okay, we should get 0.495. What if you use area of triangle? Cannot. Where can you use area of triangle? Area of triangle will be until here. This part here. You don't want this part here also. You only want from here to here. Okay, this is a trapezium. Unless you go and take area of this big triangle minus area of this small triangle. But you don't want to do that. You don't even have this point. You have to go calculate again this other point. So answer is no. Use big triangle minus shaded curve. Cannot. You cannot. I can. Okay, cannot. Only trapezium. Okay, last one. The very last one. Okay, the only one also, when my student came out of the exam hall, so my last batch of student, they said that this last question was also a bit tricky. Okay, I think it's just long. Okay, it's not very hard, but it's just long. Okay, or maybe because by the end of the paper, they do this paper, do the question also do until tired already. Okay, an arithmetic progression, okay, has A and D. The second 14 and 17 terms of A form the first 3 terms of a convergent geometric progression. Okay, so you see here, basically they are saying converge means you'll keep getting smaller and smaller lah. Okay, converge. Okay, so you just need to understand that the first 3 terms arithmetic progression is equals to the first, second 14 and 17 term is equals to the first 3 terms of a geometric progression. That is all. Okay, so what does this mean? You need to equate and find the value with each other. Okay, they say find two expressions for R and then show that A is equal to negative 17D. Okay, so I will separate into like this. My arithmetic, the arithmetic progression, what's the formula? A plus n minus 1D. Okay, my second term is A plus D. My 14th term is A plus 13D. My 17th term is A plus 16D. Okay, then for my geometric progression, okay, they say my first three terms will follow this one, right? Okay, so my term 1 is A plus D now. My term 2 is A plus 13D. My term 3 is A plus 16D. Okay, they want us to come up with two common ratio formula. Okay, common ratio is just the next term divided by the previous term, right? Okay, so we are going to use this. Okay, we just put as R1 up. Okay, so R is A plus 13D over A plus D. Okay, actually don't need to write R1 up. Both also should be R. Okay, so R, the second R is A plus 16D over A plus 13D. Okay, show this first. We want to show, they say, write two expression, right? Okay, then the next thing, now we equate both the R together. A plus 13D over A plus D equals to A plus 16D over A plus 13D. Okay, go and solve for this one. Cross multiply it. A plus 13D square equals to A plus D times A plus 16D. Okay, open out the bracket. You get A square plus 26D plus 169D square equals to A square plus 16AD plus AD plus 16D square. Okay, the one that are the same terms, gather it together. Okay, D okay, this one should be AD. Okay, this one should be AD. Okay, so these three terms, add it up. Okay, gather it. Okay, A square and A square will cancel off. So here will become 9AD plus 153D square is equals to 0. Okay, 9AD is equals to negative 153D square. A is negative 153D square over 9D. Okay, and final one, A equals to negative 17D. Sure. Okay, so this is how we prove it. Okay, then they ask you to find the value of R. Okay, so we just sub A equals to negative 17D, we sub into one of the R equation. Any of it also can. R equals to minus 17D plus 13D over minus 17D plus D, which you'll get minus 4D over minus 16D. And then your final one, R is equal to 0.25. Okay, 6 marks, 2 marks, 8 marks, then the next one, 7 marks. Wow, arithmetic geometric progression, a 15-mark question here. Okay, so let's look at question B. The first term of the geometric progression G is Q, and the sum to infinity is 256 over 3. Find the sum of the first 20 terms of the arithmetic progression A. Okay, just don't get confused between there's one A and one G right now. So A is the arithmetic progression and G is the geometric progression. Okay, so they say here, your term 1, now in this geometric one, your term 1 is equals to Q. Okay, we also found just now R is equals to 0.25, okay, from the previous question. Okay, they say that the sum to infinity is equals to 256 over 3. Okay, what is the formula for sum to infinity? A over 1 minus R. Okay, the A right now is term 1, which is Q. So Q over 1 minus R equals to 256 over 3. The R is 0.25. Like this. Therefore, Q is equals to 64. Okay, so this is the first thing that we want to find. And Q, we just need to always keep in mind, Q is the first term for the geometric progression. Okay, now you look back. Okay, just look back. What have we found actually? Okay, we have found A is equals to negative 17D. Okay, A is not first term of this. A is for the arithmetic progression. Then we found A is also equals to negative 17D. Okay, we now need to find what is the A and D. This is not A, this is the A for geometric progression. Now for the arithmetic progression, this is what we want to find right now. For the arithmetic. Okay, you go back to question 1. What did we find just now? Okay, going back to question 1. They give us A is equals to negative 17D. Okay, they also say that T1 is equals to A plus D. Okay. What is term 1? Term 1, based on the geometric, is Q, right? Okay, so we define this as Q is equals to A plus D. Q, what we just found, is 64 equals to A plus D. Okay, what else did we find? A is also negative 17D. Okay, these two are two different equations. Okay, so I'm going to sub in this one into here. Because A is also equal to negative 17D. So 64 equals to negative 17D plus D. This will be minus 16D. Okay, where you get D is equals to negative 4. Okay, we have D already. Now can we find A? Okay, just sub it back into here. Okay, so 64 equals to A minus 4. A is equals to 68. All right, now we want to find the sum of the first 20 terms. You do simultaneous. No, you don't need, because you already found all the values and you just need to connect the dots from the start, right? Okay, then the last one, find S20. Okay, the sum of your first 20 terms. Okay, so here you'll get 20 over 2a plus n minus 1, which is 19, d. Okay, so here you get 10 times 60, and here you get 600. Okay, whatever method that you all use, same answer, it's fine. Okay, because they also acceptable. Okay, so this is it. This is the paper for May, June 2023, paper 2-3. Okay, I'll send this to you all. And this is the end.